listening to a Pet Radio mini podcast on PetRadioShow.com with your host, Robert Paul Munson.
It is my pleasure to introduce Lindsay Slutsky, marketing lead for Jiobit, makers of a pet tracking and monitoring device for your dog. Welcome, Lindsay.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Now, tell me about Jiobit. What makes it different from other monitoring devices that are out there now?
Yeah, so we're just launching our pet product. We had initially launched Jiobit for kids. So with kids in mind, we figured if it's good enough for your child, it's certainly good enough for your fur child. What makes it different is it's very tiny and lightweight. So while there are some pet trackers on the market out there, they're rather bulky and large. So okay for larger dogs, but for medium-sized to small dogs, something that's heavy and large really doesn't work that well on a small collar.
Sure. Yeah, I can't imagine a little chihuahua or something running around with this big, heavy collar on or whatever.
Right.
I presume it's a collar-type device?
So it will attach to a collar. We have several different attachment methods, so you can really choose as the pet owner what works best for your dog.
Okay. So what are some of the features of it? What does it do for the dog and the pet owner?
Yep, so it will track your pet in real time at any distance. So that's great if the dog gets out. We also have geofencing features which allow you to set boundaries around your home or anywhere else that your dog might frequent. So if they arrive or leave, if they escape your yard, you'll get notified right away. We also have a really cool feature that gives you more contextual awareness. So it will let you know who your dog is with. So if you rely on dog walkers or pet sitters, the owner will get notified when your dog and the pet sitter are together.
Okay. Wow, that sounds pretty cool. Now, does it run on a battery? What powers this?
Yeah, so there is a battery in the device. It's rechargeable, so it lasts up to a week on a single charge.
A week? That's pretty good. All right.
Yep, so you're not having to charge it daily.
Yeah. Okay. So it works as a tracking device, so you always know where your dog is, and I guess you can monitor it on your phone. You see like a little blip that shows where your dog is or something. Is that how it works?
Yeah, that's right. So like similar to how you would look at your phone and see like a ride share coming to pick you up, you can put the tracker or the app into real-time live mode tracking, so you can see your dog's location in real time. So if they're on the run, you'll see exactly where they're going.
Oh, all right. Now, I guess this would be a good tool for to have if someone is taking care of your dog and you kind of want to check in to see
keep tabs on
what your dog is doing and what your dog sitter is doing, that sort of thing, right?
Yep, somewhat of a nanny tracker-ish type of thing. You're right, exactly.
Yeah, cool. So what got you folks into this line of work, into developing this sort of product?
Yeah, so like I said, we started off with kids. We started the business about 3 years ago. Our founder and CEO had the idea after he had lost track of his 6-year-old at a really crowded park in the city here in Chicago. So that had a really profound impact on him. He went out and bought any kind of tracker that he could find to try to solve this problem. And it turned out that everything was, for kids, really kind of big and bulky, poor battery life with tracking limitations. So that's when he assembled a team and we decided to go solve this problem on our own. So it was initially designed for children. We launched the product just about 1.5 years ago. We realized that we were getting lots of customer inquiries about, can this work on pets? Can I put this on my dog? And we were like, well, sure. So then we did just a few small adjustments to the software so that it was more pet applicable, and then also to the attachment method so that it would fit onto a collar. And then we put this into a beta launch over the summer. So we had some users, kind of testing it out. We made improvements based on that, and we're launching just this week.
Wow. Have you gotten any sort of feedback or sort of from a test audience or something to see what kind of feedback you got?
Yes, yeah, that's exactly what we did over the summer. And the feedback that came in was mostly, and this is what we were looking for, was mostly with regard to attachments. we wanted to understand, what was the best way to attach this to a dog. What was the best, could we use the existing collars, the owner's collars? So that's what we designed for.
Well, what really sounds attractive about it to me is the fact that you said that it's very small, kind of miniaturized,
Right?
and so it's not this big bulky thing that's around the dog's neck, and and kind of pulling them down or something. It's how lightweight is it? Is it like the size of a silver dollar or something? How?
So it's the size of like if like a small sugar packet.
Wow, really?
It's about the size of that, and extremely lightweight. So it's about 18 grams.
Wow. All right. Well, I guess with today's technology, it's possible to make things smaller and smaller instead of big and bulky.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Now, I'm looking at some of the specs on here, and I know you mentioned the geofencing, where you can set a geofence around the perimeter of your yard, and so that it's kind of like an invisible fence, I guess, so that if the dog goes beyond it, then you're notified. But there's nothing physically. I mean, this isn't like a shock collar or something, right? I mean, there's no, you're not
Right.
going to punish the dog if they go beyond the virtual fence or something, right?
That's right. It's not a shock collar. It's not, a training tool per se. It's really just, peace of mind for the pet owner, keeping the pet owner in the know about where the dog is. In the event that the dog, gets out of the yard. I have a fenced-in yard, but the kids tend to leave the gate open, and the dog goes running through the neighborhood. So with Jiobit on him, I can find him really quickly.
Oh. Now so that's the geofencing. Now the mobile geofence. Tell me more about that.
Yeah,
How does that work?
So that's more of a proximity alert. So the mobile geofence works off of Bluetooth. So if you happen to be close enough and you're connected via Bluetooth, now you don't need to be that close for it to work. It will work at any distance. But when you are connected and within Bluetooth range, if the dog or cat gets too far away from you, you're going to get an alert right away. So if you're trying to keep the dog close and you kind of get distracted or whatever, you'll be alerted if the dog wanders away.
You mentioned cats. Does this work on cats too?
We have several, lots of users that are using it for their cat as well.
Really? Wow.
Yes.
Well, I suppose you could put it on any animal. If you had a pet rabbit or something, you could put it
Well,
on
it's small
that,
enough, right? It's small enough to be able to do that.
Yeah, cool. All right. Well, is there anything else about your product that you feel people out there should know?
No, I would say, what is really unique about the Jiobit is really that contextual awareness piece. So knowing not only where your animal is, but who they're with. And a lot of, pet owners are relying heavily on pet sitters and dog walkers while we're at work or while we're on vacation. So it's just really nice to be able to know like who's coming into your house to take the dog and how long they walked for.
Sure.
There's also, a location history and timeline features so you can, kind of see what had happened throughout the day.
Wow, that's cool. Well, it definitely sounds like a good tool for the pet owner to have better peace of mind and keep their pet safe and secure and in fact, just the other day I saw this little dog. I don't know if it was a stray or got loose from its owner or something, but it was in front of a Walmart running up and down this busy street, and these people in the cars stopped and got out and were trying to corral the dog, but the dog kept running away from him and running under cars and into traffic, and it was, so I can just imagine what the dog's owner must be going through, not knowing where their dog is or anything, and this,
Right.
I can see where this would really just make a huge difference in giving peace of mind to a dog owner.
Definitely. A lot of times when we get a new pet, you can take them to the vet. You can have it microchipped, and we hear that a lot as pet owners. Which doesn't really solve the problem if your pet got out. In order for that solution to work, your pet has to be found, taken to the vet, and scanned, and then the owner can be notified. So this is more of a real-time solution of if your dog gets out, you want to be able to go right to them.
Sure, absolutely. Could you give us some idea of the price range of this?
Yeah, so it starts at 99. Because we do require cellular data, we have a subscription service for $8.99 a month. And with that, you get unlimited real-time location tracking at any distance. It works globally. So if you happen to be traveling, and not that you would take your dog overseas, but maybe you would, or if you are traveling overseas, you can still see where your dog is while you're away.
And for that $99, it includes everything you need to make this work. There's no other than the monthly charge and whatever. I mean, there's nothing else.
Yep.
Nothing else required that the customer would need to buy or invest in to make this work. It's just $99.
No, that's right. With the $99, you get the Jiobit monitor. You would get 2 different attachment accessories and the charger as well. And then we do have other accessories that you could purchase, but they're not necessary.
Cool. All right. Well, Lindsay, tell us how people, where they go to find your product.
Yep, you're going to go to our website at jiobit.com/pet. And Jiobit is Jiobit.
Jiobit. Makers of the pet tracking and monitoring device for your dog. Well, thank you very much, Lindsay. It was a pleasure to meet you, and it sounds like a wonderful tool for dog owners.